Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Ral, and here I'm going to do a bench update of kits that are bouncing around off and on my desk here. Some of you haven't seen, some, if you've been a long time watcher, you've kind of seen before. I brought them up or shown them before, been featured on the channel. So, well, we're going to dive right into some of the kits, but before I do that, I'll make a mention of my sponsor, Hobby Nut Models. I got some of the more recent AMT kits in, and I got a couple on order, so hope to see those pretty soon here. We're talking the wide body 2021 Hellcat. Got that one coming, and also the 72 Duster. I'm excited to see that 72 Duster. So those two are definitely coming. More to come. He's getting some more in, so we'll see what else is coming up. But yeah, please check him out. There'll be a link in the video description below. Jumping right into this one. This is one that I've had for kind of a very long time. You know, it's basically, it was a rebuilder, but this is the monogram 65 Shelby GT350, and this is the stock version. And it was a rebuilder I picked up in 2011, so I've had it in my possession 15 years and been intending to build it and play with it, and that's kind of how it goes. But you know, as you know, I can't pass those kits up. Like this was a $5 rebuilder. I picked up a few of them since. I've got 3 more in the actual boxes. Right here's the box art. But I'll throw up some pictures of what this looked like when I first got it. So you know, here's some of them here. You can see it was an unpainted car. Had the stripes put onto it. Custom wheels and some crazy custom painted, you know, stuff a little bit here and there. And it had the full exhaust system under, not the side pipes. But all the important 65 parts were there. I don't recall it having the stock wheels. I don't even remember where I got these, if they came with it and they just weren't with it, or if I, you know, and I think that's really what it was these were still with it, but weren't on the car. So I tore it apart and, you know, sanded the emblems off because the emblems were still on it if you saw them in the photos. So I did some corrections to it and filled in the backup lights so that it doesn't have the backup lights, because none of the 65 Shelbys did, as it was an option of 65 and Carroll Shelby wasn't paying for it and wanted them as light as possible. So this one I did the body work. It's been painted Wimbledon white, which I had some leftover Wimbledon white from when I did the 269 Mustangs a year back, the GT500 Shelby and the Boss 302. So this 2 ounces of paint has covered 3 cars, and I still have a little bit left for touch-ups and stuff in case I need to. But this one, all the body work's been done. It's pretty much ready to put the stripes on it and clear coat it. So, but this one, I'm only putting the side stripes on it. I'm building it as the 65 Shelbys. How more than 60% of them left the Shelby facility went to the dealers. No stripes on the body, and no wheels. They just had the steel aluminum wheels, or not aluminum, silver painted steel wheels. This is a resin wheel that I had done, and I still have the masters, but this is one of the sets that I had cast. But the molds are long gone, and I've shot, and I haven't replaced them. But these have been with this for quite a number of years with my intent to actually build it. So this one's kind of, decided I was going to do the body work and paint it, because all I'm really doing on this one is almost 3 simple colors. There's a little bit of silver and other colors. Paint the body white, paint everything else black, and this thing's pretty much, that's most of the painting. So that's kind of what happened here. So this one's getting kind of ready, but I did do some other things, like I filled in where the exhaust was here for the full length exhaust, and the pipes here. Filled those in, sanded this off, and do a little bit better job on that. And this will probably get another coat. This was glued on heavily, but everything else came off of it, so I didn't really worry too much about that, even though I have more chassis and whatnot. But this one was a rebuilder, and it's kind of a quick build. And also, I did the motor. Motor's painted gloss black, which is correct for 64 and 65 Shelby Mustangs and Shelbys, but the 65 Shelbys all had black engines. And then some of the early 66s did too. The first 252 66 Shelbys were actually leftover 65s. So they had 66 Shelby VINs, but 65 Ford VINs. So anyways, a little piece of trivia for you. But painted all the aluminum parts, stripped the chrome off of them. This car had some really bad chrome, so the bumpers were re-chromed many years ago. Got it ready, but I didn't re-chrome these because I knew I wasn't going to use them. But everything else is pretty much ready for detail painting and start putting this thing together. So this is one that's just going to be flying on my desk, and when I'm ready to do clear, this one's going to get the clear coat. So, because I do that in batches if you guys watch the channel enough. Next one is this one here. This is another one, another Shelby basically, but this one, I did it a long time ago. It's like one of my first, kind of say kit bashes, because it was a simple, easy kit bash, where you take the convertible and turn it into a Shelby. So, and all you do is swap the hood, basically just add all the Shelby parts and paint it like a Shelby. So this is one I did a long time ago. So you can see there's no primer under this red paint. The decals, these are Fred Katie decals, and they're actually cracking and peeling off because there's no clear coat over them. Matter of fact, they're silvering, so you can kind of see under them a little bit. But my main thing was I had forgot to remove that emblem, so that was foiled over. And when I redid this car, all I basically did was took it apart and redid all the foil because that was silver paint. So, I redid the foil. But I've been wanting to redo this one in candy apple red instead of the red I have here. So, even though it's pretty darn close, almost accurate, but I pulled this sucker apart. But I meant to film this when I was tearing this apart. And one day I just decided I'm going to tear this sucker apart. And I started doing it, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to film it. So, because I was going to film that for you, because I've been asked, how do I prime a part? Well, this one did take some effort in some areas, because it was glued pretty well in some, and other areas it popped off pretty well. But same thing with this. Filled in the holes where the side pipes go. And those were the only ones I really had to fill. But this thing's pretty much... other than, I'd rather have the shocks red than what they are, but I'm going to leave this chassis alone because it's how I built it originally, and leaving it all alone with the blue engine, which is correct for 66, because these were actually built at the end of the year of 66. They're actually the last 4 66 Shelbys made. So, and they have AC. So speaking of that, I got, there's a 3D printed AC from Iceman Collections. Seems a bit huge, but it's really not much bigger than this resin AC thing that I have in here as well. Had it for a while. All the rest of the chrome looks pretty good, but I do have, a 66 donor kit if I need to take more chrome, wheels, some of the other stuff. Here's the grill. Just pried this sucker all apart. But one thing I did get was, I did buy another set of windows for the convertible, because I didn't have the rear window, and then the front windshield. There's a bit of glue and everything on it. So, but the front windshield's the same between the fastback and the convertible. So I had windshields. It was just this rear window I was missing. So, and I had a top, but where the window went, I have no idea. But that's how this stuff goes. But this one will be getting dipped in the purple bath, the super clean, and get the body stripped, and it'll get primed and ready to go. This will be another quick, easy rebuilder. Although the interior, it's either going to get a good cleaning, or I might, because there's a lot of dust in here. So maybe get another coat of paint and do a little bit better job detailing this stuff. The glue wasn't on there very tightly. I mean, everything was popping off and falling apart on the interior, but the chassis was definitely glued in real well to the interior tub, and the interior tub was glued in real well to the body, but it still came apart. Worst case scenario, if I broke some major pieces like the windshield frame, I have another 64 convertible. I actually got 2 of the 64 convertible kits, but one I want to do as a pace car, and the other one I want to do as the green supercharged Shelby GT350 convertible. That's green with gold stripes, has a supercharger, and I believe it's an automatic tranny. I forget, but that's a future project down the road. But this is the one I dug into. jumping into other kits, I'm kind of skipping the bullet cars because that's a whole nother video, and there's a lot done there to get caught up. But my Petty Superbird. Now this is my Franklin Mint die cast. So I just have this out, looking it over, just for ideas and references as I'm working on this one. But this one, I got the body painted. Well, I got a lot painted, but not a lot. So there's a nice good coat of Petty Blue on this. Got the front spoiler on. It's pretty much ready for some decals. Painted inside and out, so it'd be cleared. And I think I'll clear the inside first, and then I'll work on the outside. Not sure exactly what order to kind of do this stuff in, because I haven't done one like this. It's inside and out. Hood's ready. And then when it comes to the rest of it, check this out. This was kind of a challenge. Spraying all of this Petty Blue like the real car. I mean, inside and out. I understand they painted the whole thing. I even done the gas cap, or gas tank. I wasn't sure I was going to paint that aluminum, added the straps to it because I oversized this, and this is all ready. Now the only part on here that other than like the headrest and the black padding on these bars is these control arms need to be darker blue because the suspension parts, all the parts are darker blue, other than the body and frame is the Petty Blue. So I've got the wheels to paint, the suspension. I've got all these parts in here. I still got a lot of painting to do. So we'll get to all of that, but that thing's getting there. It's coming along, so pretty excited about that one. So put that over here. Another one that is painted. This is the 70 Javelin funny car, and it's coming along. And last time you saw this, I basically had done the priming, the bodywork and priming. So since then, I shot the center area a white, just another white I had left over. And I think I might have some more of it. I don't believe I used Wimbledon white. It's a little bit different color white. Maybe I did. Just trying to remember what I used. But I got some spots on the door here that hopefully the decal will hide, or I can color sand those off. But I think I got to get a little bit more up here. I got a little bit of red overspray right here, but it's bright red on the front. I got the corporate Ford blue on the back here, engine color. I got to get another coat on the wing here, another coat on the back here, so a little bit more cleaning. And then I can start putting the decals on this one. So this is going to be a fun one. But looking forward to this one. And I can start working on the chassis and everything. But just been really focusing on the body. This is like the most frail part that I'm kind of worried about, but it's coming along. So we'll get that going, and we'll move on to some others. Now I've been thinking about a future project here. Basically February is coming up. So I've been thinking about this one because, it's Valentine's Day, and I've been wanting to build this particular one this way, and it's another one that'll be kind of a quick build here. But of course, the box is all 2-in-1, but I want to make it the pink TA, so that's why it's marked there. But I love the Challenger TAs. Have a Sublime green one right now that originally was molded in the metallic red color. When I built it the first time, I didn't paint it. Then when I tore it apart, I painted it Sublime green. I still have that car. That's been featured on the channel. But this is another one. Want to build it. I had one that was, kind of played with. I built like this with the decals. I tore it apart, ended up making my Hemi Challenger out of it. So that's the dark green Hemi Challenger, kit bashed and everything. So, but this one, I want to make it Panther Pink, and it should be a quick, easy build. This kit, it's just all molded in red, still sealed, as it is. So got everything in here. But I love this car in Panther Pink. It's just, this and the AAR Cuda, there's just so much black with the blacked out hood, the black stripes and everything, that I think the pink just looks awesome on it because of the amount of blacked out here. It's just such an aggressive look to have such a loud color with so much black. And that's one of the reasons why I really like it in pink. So I want to do one of these. I've got the Panther Pink because I went and stocked up on Scale Finishes paint. So I usually buy their gray primer. I bought some of the gray primer. I also bought some of their white super primer so I could try that and put the pink on top of it. So since I've been craving getting one of these done in pink, and with Valentine's Day coming up next month, I figured this could be another quick build for basically, the three main colors I got to spray in my airbrush is, the body pink, then all the semi-gloss black, interior all black, everything, and then, the engine orange. So, it's basically another one that's a quick build because it's basically three colors. So, and everything out of the box. I'll probably fix that body line a little bit, touch that up, just get that fitting as good as I can, and then get this sucker together. Because I really like this kit. Really enjoyed it. I know it's not the most accurate 70 Challenger, but I've always enjoyed this kit. And it's the first one that I've known. And then the AMT was the second one I built. But I love the 70 Challenger. Just one of my absolute favorite Mopars. But anyways, you guys, we'll continue on with that. But let me know if you want to see the full build on this, or or just I'll do a feature on it when I'm done, since I've already built it before. But a simple and easy kit to build, and a fun one. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think on all of it. So share them in the comments. Always love your comments, likes, subscribes, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like this stuff. And you guys, I hope you have a really good weekend, and I'll see you next time.